It's like supporting one small thing gives people the right to hate you for every other thing that you support, and they don't even want to listen to the other things.
And yeah, there's no nuanced discussion, no desire to understand. Like, well, tell me why you believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Given that this is such a pattern in our world, and again, you masterfully can't capture that in a cancel video. What do you think is causing this? So, like, not even at a global level, but at an individual level. What has to happen inside of a person for them to become part of the rage mob of wanting to cancel, which is like the modern day, just like killing someone?
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot that goes into it, and we could probably talk for hours on end about that one specific topic. The first thing that comes to my mind is like there are people from all different backgrounds, I think, that could look on the opposite side of their belief system and see somebody who believes something distinctly opposite and immediately hate that person for everything they believe in. It could happen from a diehard Trump supporter seeing somebody that thinks climate change is real and we need to move away from coal and immediately labeling them as a liberal, hissy, baby, wuss bag. And then there's somebody who is a little more left leaning and will proudly vote for Biden, who sees somebody that says we need to reopen the economy because the death rate is under 1%, and they'll be like, that Trump supporting redneck hates black people and deserves to die, right? And so it's this weird tribalism thing. I think there's a lot that goes into um those like immediate uh, 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 classifications of people who have opposite belief systems than you. I think part of that is this weird tribalism in us that has been growing ever since social media began, because social media has actively been dividing us. It probably wasn't Mark Zuckerberg's idea when he was at Harvard. He probably wasn't writing on his fucking dorm room wall like, let's divide America. No. But over time, and how could you have the foresight to see that? I don't think anybody could have the foresight to see that. But over time, as all these social media companies kept evolving, people kept finding these tribes and these hashtags to support and these causes and these news headlines and these quick quotes that they could read and identify with and these quick stories that they could read and repost and share. And I think social media has had a huge effect in the rise of this tribalism that we see now, that maybe we saw, back in the 80s, but definitely not to the violent degree that it is today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's a big part of it is the tribalism aspect. And I think social media has had a huge hand in that. As far as like what else do you think goes into that?
The Illuminati was.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Yes to what you said, and I agree. There's probably many factors, yet that doesn't negate there's fucking factors.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that comes to my mind when I look at the people, whether they're friends of mine or just like inspiring people I follow online, when I look at the people who are living their life's purpose, they're following their call, and whether that's them helping other people or them like, this is my art and I'm doing my art, they're purpose driven. When I look at them, I won't say never, but I don't I don't see them being part of the rage mobs online,
Mm-hmm.
because they have something that's way more important than hate. And let me investigate people who I despise. I'll put all my time into them so I can comment on their stuff.
Yeah.
But when I look at, when I see rageful comments on my stuff, once in a while I'll be like, I'm just curious. Like,
Who is this person?
I click on them, and usually they've got a private account, which like just the amateur forensics, because that's so common. I could suggest that person is probably someone who's not putting forth a lot of conscious contribution into the world.
Yeah.
They're maybe more in a passive state. They're not really living their purpose. They might not know what it is, or maybe they do, but they don't have the courage to follow it. So, man, I think being connected and having the courage to live one's purpose is, or lack thereof, is a big contributor because I mean, I look at you, you're always hustling. You're writing, you're editing videos, you're shooting videos, you're on the stage. Like, how would you have time to get online
Right.
and comment on people's videos that you don't like? Like, why are you watching? You don't have time to do that because you're purpose driven.
Yeah, and I think people find and try and are creating a purpose in this rage mob mentality.
It's like a purpose made out of junk food, not organic fruits and vegetables
Right.
and
Right.
carnivore diet analogy.
Right. Red meat and butter
Free range
over everything.
artisan.
Free range artisan carnivore butter. Yeah, I think it, and it's like prime territory to be like, oh, my purpose is to get Mayor Eric Garcetti fired, you know, or like my purpose now is to make sure the police are defunded, and like it seems like so much more of a phase for people's online cancel culture hysteria than it does a long-term life plan. And I hope that's true. Because I can't really imagine what it would be like if people held on to this like cancel culture rage and this like insane tribalism aspect of their lives for longer than the next couple of months. I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that part of history is going to end.
Yeah, me either. And I also wonder maybe this part of history will always be there, but people they cycle into it and then hopefully evolve out of it. So maybe the rage mob, cancel culture mentality, maybe that's just a stage of learning. You know, it's messy, it's gross, it's hurtful. You know, it's maybe analogous to some kids have to, part of their path is they're going to be a bully at school.
Yeah.
And hopefully they do that until they learn the consequences of bullying people and realizing, like, all right, it doesn't fulfill you. It only hurts people. And
where has it gotten you?
Where's it gotten you? So there's always going to be bullies in the world, but hopefully who the bullies are changed because it becomes a stage where people will get into it and then hopefully grow out of it.